Okie dokie, settling in. Hey, Celtic. I'm wearing another sexy shirt. Sexy cats on my shirt. Ah, dear. All right. Going to do some fiddly things. Okay, let's do this one first. Been making a clarified cocktail today, and I want to save the curds, which are pink. All right. These are for a future video. Okay. Pink curds. Perfect for little mess muffin. Yes, it's hard to resist the pussy joke. Okay. And these curds. Let's flip and go. Need to find out if evaporated coconut milk is a thing. Okay, those curds taste pretty good. This, oh god, now my hands are all sticky. Probably have to duck out and wash my hands. And when I say probably, I mean definitely. Hold the fork, Celtic. I just got to wash my hands. All right. Dunzo. Now, I think I'll pour myself. Wait, no, I still want one of these farms, don't I? All right, pour myself some clarified cocktail. Things will just disappear behind me when I'm doing the movies. It's a guy who did the video. That is a very good description. I'm that guy who did that video 20 years ago about the thing. Right, a couple of things. Wait, did I? Oh, fuck me. Did I leave the stopper out in the kitchen? That was foolish. Or did I? Is it over here? Ah, lucky I didn't overthink that. It's just here. All right. Dunzo. Tonight's urine sample on ice. Put a bit of orange peel in it. Might even save that one for Tuesday. Good looking urine sample. Got to see how good it tastes now. Because this is an experimental new recipe. Raising a new dirt bike. Oh, when was the last time you did that? Going out in the dunes and track? It's a thing you're doing a lot in the past? Oh, got 2 cherries without cheating. That's a good sign. Always, not so much a person for signs and portents, but I'll take whatever I can get. Getting 2 cherries without trying speaks of good things to me. Oh. Okay, is that? Hey, Justin. First rule of opposition: let the government bleed. People keep making the mistake for a microphone. They're not real smart, is all. I just realised I got that on. There you go. Better lighting now. The Victorian Liberals are not covering themselves in glory. It would be genuinely funny if they ended up with still fewer seats at the next state election because they lost some to One Nation or Independence and didn't take any from Labor. I'm not saying that will happen. I definitely don't think it's the most likely scenario, but it's a possible scenario. And it would be very funny. I would laugh. Now, I gotta move some stuff. Okay, let me get this. New booze I got today. I'm incorrigible. But I can't help it. If I go to friggin' Dan's and they got stuff on special, it's so hard to resist. Or at least I find it so difficult to resist. Let me put that there and plug it in. There we go. Oh, I fucked it up. There you go. That's a good spot. I like that. My magical halo around my head. Used to ride every day. Built a step up in Williamstown of the drainage system. Oh my God. That sounds like wild times. Going in the freaking Williamstown drainage system. Justin, you reckon no idea one of the candidates is sent to a special needs school? Well, again, you and I both agree they shouldn't care, but of course they push stupid freaking narratives, and they certainly are trying to appeal to some really fucking obnoxious, bigoted voters. That's pretty damn good. All right, I got to make another even less sweet cocktail next time I use the evaporated milk. Because it is very sweet in itself. So, raise your dirt track at Williamstown still there. Go to Tumble's paddock behind, follow the train run down to the main road, the waterside. You find the train seat. Jesus Christ. Who knows, Justin? Who knows? It's a whole thing, as people have been wont to say. Just going to check something. I think it's right. I just want to check something when I switch the... oh, yes, look at that. The Home for the Elderly ad placed really nicely. Excellent. Wonder where that boy is. So Razors go 200 meters along the train lines before we find the trail turn off last building. I just freaking love that this is all committed to your memory. More youthful misdeeds. Well, Justin, I don't want to ascribe any level of intelligence to the Liberal Party, particularly the Victorian Liberal Party, but I just don't know how they'd react. Would they react? What would it matter? Who knows? I just want to go down and scream here. Charlie had a shower. Nice and fresh for the Laserdisc vids. So we're like, Ray's used to run through there when you got chased. If you didn't know the spot, oh, you'd run into a hole and break your leg. Jesus Christ. Little booby trap. The things suburban boys get up to, hey? Oh, and you had a nap, uber fresh. I just kind of slept in a bit this morning, and did not have a big night last night. Although I did make cocktail. I was going to say cocktails. A cocktail each for me and Mrs. Angry when we were watching The Thin Man, the Nick and Nora movie, and just made an old fashioned with the Biscoff whiskey. And Mrs. Angry agreed. It makes a very yummy old fashioned. The Biscoff infused whiskey. They're nature's booby traps, Rays. Snake and rabbit holes. Justin, the whole more redeeming thing was quite strange. And I'm not altogether sure what motivated that. Something might come out that it ends up making perfect sense. But it's certainly not working in their favor anyway. But who knows what's going to happen. Don't know if there are any teals running against the Liberal Party at the state level. I don't know if they're still a thing. There is, of course, One Nation might be a challenge in the outer suburbs. Who knows? Actually, just for fun, I haven't looked for ages. What's the Victorian Parliament? Let's see. Okay, the Wikipedia entry. I just want to see the makeup of the seats in the current parliament. So, Labour has 54 seats. The coalition has 29, and there's 5 people on the crossbench, including 3 Greens. So, for the coalition to win, so it's 128 seats. You've got to have 64 or 65 to have an outright majority. No, wait. Oh, God, no, that was the upper house. What the fuck? Anyway, so, but I was looking at completely... Oh, God, my fucking brain's not working. Or the way they're laying this out is just confusing me. Of course, the Senate's anyone's go, but okay. So if Labour have 54, the coalition have 29. What's that, 15 seats they have to get? close to 15 seats, 14 seats. If they got 14 seats, they'd be, and they have to take them all from Labor. If they won 14 seats, they'd be on 43 and Labor would be on 40. So they basically got to take 14 seats. That is, it's not impossible. It's extremely fucking difficult, though. It really does look like the most likely outcome is Labor with a reduced majority, but who friggin' knows? You're on the computer and can't reach out. You're all good, Charlie. Hello, Madam Butterfly, by the way. Oh, God, you had to make crash into an abandoned mattress going off the jump, got a tetanus shot. So he got a tetanus shot. You laugh. That was, I assume we're saying rusty mattresses. Springs got him. Do you like the Xavier Rudd one? I like the animation is done by the guys who do that really over the top Aussie one, Big Give. Hello, Greg. Safa, if I was reading it right, I think there's 3 greens in the lower house, but I might have been reading it wrong. Rusty as fuck. Oh. I'd have a tetanus shot as a teenager from treading on a nail. And I mean a fucking, like a nail this long. And I just fucking trod on it. It just went junk. But it also is like I pulled my foot straight off, so there was no drama. I was like, God damn. So what did I have last night? Sausages. And tonight I had light and easy, lamb. Oh yeah, no, the Xavier Rudd song was great, and the animation was cute. Seriously, Mike, don't lower speed on the run up. Just commit. Holy shit. Okay, what are you posting on Discord, Justin? Oh, Wikipedia have a thing on opinion polling. I mean, why not? I didn't know they did that. Wow, the two-party preferred's awesome. Okay, I'm going to show you this because the visuals are really interesting. It's a lot of wiggly lines, basically. Oh, nice. So cooked up a storm for a barbecue. Very nice. Okay, what am I doing? Sharing my screen. Okay, we're going to see a lot of wiggly lines. So, okay, primary vote is all over the shop. That's suggesting that the primary vote will be the same for Labor and Liberal. I love that. The wiggly lines. It's like 2 snakes fighting or having sex. So, oh God, these are just all over the place. These are, yeah, this is what I mean about I'm not predicting anything because these are just all over the shop. But again, this is tiny sample sizes, 1 to 2,000 people. And the real thing to bear in mind is the Liberals have to take away 14 seats from Labor. Again, absolutely doable, has happened in the past, could happen this time, but extremely difficult. And Kind of don't trust anyone who says they know what's going to happen. So Soph did all the cooking for the barbecue, and Charlie just stood at the grill taking credit. Nice. Oh yeah, Greg, that was surveys for the Victorian state election. Election prediction gets screwed either way. Oh well. Okay, so what time is Mark meant to arrive? And we do movie of the week, Charlie, because I got to get ready, because here I come now. And I did send you the link. When a massager. Federal polling has 3-party preferred. Is that including One Nation, is it? Half past. Half past a monkey's ass, quarter to his balls. So, okay. For 5 minutes. Because I want to make a tequila mockingbird cocktail before we start. Holy shit, that ice just fucking jolted me. Yes, see, you got it. That's why I want the prediction, a warning, so I can make a tequila mockingbird. Agreed, Greg. State Vic, unpredictable. What's predictable? You're watching ABC. Oh yes, Mrs. Anger will be super into it. I'll be streaming on election night. If it's normally a date night, I think we'll just shift date night. So Tequila Mockingbird's pretty straightforward. It's like a margarita, but with creme de menthe instead of orange liqueur, which honestly sounds super fucking dodgy to me, but I'm gonna make it anyway. Actually, I'm gonna look and see if anyone has different recipes for it. Let's just search to internet. Watermelon and jalapeno and the mint forward classic. Tequila, lime juice. Ooh, okay, that's the spicy jalapeno and watermelon one. Not doing that. Ooh, there's a bar in Sydney called the Tequila Mockingbird. It has one of the biggest selections of tequila and mezcal in Sydney. Yeah, no, I'm doing the creme de menthe. I'm not doing the jalapeno one. Jesus. Right. Well, okay. I'm sticking with the creme de menthe one. Pretty simple to make. And I got some ice so I can shake my little booty right down to the ground. Okay, ready to rock and roll with that recipe. To wear for midget PM? You don't care. Okay. A little angry guy. Hello, Abigail. Definition of a bastard was a child born out of wedlock. It's yes, but I couldn't resist calling it Bastards Day. Or it's a child whose father is not known. But yes, technically out of wedlock. Particularly, Well, it's also out of wedlock and the father's not around is the traditional thing. Hello, Henry. How are you? What'd you put there? There's a polling firm called Fox and Hedgehog. Well, I automatically don't trust them. Yeah, okay, they did include One Nation. Well, we'll see if that's a storm in here. Henry, you're a proud bastard. Well, that's right. For anyone who doesn't get the visual reference for the thumbnail for this one, it's a caricature of Richard E. Grant in Withnail and I, one of my favorite movies, where he shouts bastards at so many people. All right, you know what? I am going to do two things. Bring my microphone back over here. Sorry, my audio recorder, not my microphone. And I'm going to make this in a Nick and Nora. Okay. Let's fucking go. I might use my Wait, where is my simple shaker? That's why I've got so much real estate here. Where's the fucking shaker? Huh. Oh, there it is. Found it. Couldn't see it because it had fallen over. Come here, you bastard. Ah. All right. Tequila. We'll go this one. Añejo, that's fine. Oops. Extra tequila. C'est la vie. What is the crème de menthe? Let's wait, I do have cream de menthe, don't I? Gina. Okay, what have I fucking done? I swear I had creme de menthe. And I put stuff in alphabetical order so I could find things, and I can't find it. Gina is D. Verlenem. Higher. Midori. Oh, wait, that's it. Why is it? Because it's green? Fuck, I'm an idiot. Okay. Let's go. A bit light on this. Drink will taste like toothpaste. Ooh. Shenanigans. Lime juice. Lime juice. And sugar syrup. All right, the boys are there. I've just got to make my tequila mockingbird. Ice baby. All right. Da-da-da-da. Oh, wait, I forgot to put an ingredient in here. What a fucking weirdo. I've done that before. All right. Tequila mockingbird. Oh, it's a very good green color. All right. Let's fucking go. All right. The boys.
I'm
Hey,
back in
gentlemen.
town.
Gentlemen, I'm rocking the tassels today.
Hello. What'd you
Nice.
say?
I'm rocking the tassels today.
Love it. Love it.
Yeah, just because.
Why not?
All right. I'm recording.
I'm still waiting for my thing to switch on.
That's all good. That's all good. All good in the hood.
Dun, 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 dun.
Use that as a mic stand. There we go. Okay.
All right.
What did you watch this week, Mark?
What did I watch? Oh, actually, I was watching Female Trouble, John Waters.
Ooh,
Oh,
that's
yes. I love John Walters movies, yeah.
a choice.
I was laughing my head off. I only got halfway through it, but every time John Waters is just classic, you know.
Is that the one with the church scene?
No, I think that's Multiple Maniacs.
Oh, right, yes.
Yeah. Oh, the church scene, yeah. Wow.
All right, I'm ready to go.
And what about you? What did you get up to? What did you watch this week?
Me, I watched a movie of the week, The Thin Man as well, Masters of the Universe, and I Love Boosters.
Ooh, you did a couple of new ones. What did you think of those two?
A couple of new ones. I really wanted to watch I Love Boosters, and Masters of the Universe was just for fun.
Yeah. So good movies, or?
Yeah. I Love Booster. I think it was kind of typical Boots Riley, really well made, and gets really surreal and trippy. He always takes stuff in really weird directions. Very sort of radical left politics from Boots Riley. And He-Man, the Masters of the Universe, funny, so they just kept making jokes about how stupid the names of the toys were. Because all the characters were like, that's not my real name. Like, they actually made fisting jokes because there was a character called Fisto because he has a great big fist. And when Adam gets back to Eternia and they're saying, like, what are you, if you know us, what's your name? He goes, your name's Fisto. And the guy's like, what? He's like, okay, it's not your real name. That's just what I call, because you have a big fist and you fist people. And he goes, I don't fist people. And he goes, I'm sure I saw you fist a goblin once. And I was just like, and there were so many jokes about how stupid the names of the toys are. I found it really entertaining.
Yeah, I heard really good things about that He-Man movie. I'm definitely going to check that one out. Well, that's
your version has Russian subtitles, not for dialogue, but for any sign or words on a piece of paper. Russian subtitles come up, which is kind of funny.
That happened with the Mortal Kombat one as well.
It happened with the Dracula one. Actually, I think that was all. But anyway, yeah.
No, the Dracula one was an absolute fucking mess. Yeah. But yeah, no. When I do get the 4K version, I replace it with just the temporary one that's there. Yeah.
But it doesn't.
I watched that new VHS documentary.
Yeah.
All about video shops and the evolution of you know, basically what Mark does and how much it's changed, and every single movie that had a video shop in it, whether it was people walking through, looking at tapes, arguing with the clerks, getting judged by the clerks. You know, there's a scene that Elaine from Seinfeld falls in love with one of the staff members because of the movies that he picks, and has this phone affair with him, and then finds out he's just some, you know, pimpled little kid, you know, that lived with his mother and stuff, you know.
Yeah.
It was a really fun documentary that just covered all about, you know, VHS shops and their demise and the back room and all that kind of stuff, you know.
That's good.
Fun documentary, 3 hours long. So I didn't get any other movies in.
Mm-hmm.
I was tuck it out. Just my brain was just exhausted after that. But I loved our movie of the week,
I really do too.
To Kill a Mockingbird. It was gorgeous. Oh, which reminds me, yes, Angry's drink of the week this week is a what?
Tequila Mockingbird. It's
Very
I
nice.
had to do it. It's a long way from being my favorite drink. It's basically a margarita that has creme de menthe instead of orange liqueur in it, which is why it's so green.
And it's funny because he watched The Thin Man today as well, this weekend. And
the characters in that are Nick and Nora. This is a Nick and Nora glass. Very popular style of cocktail glass named after the heavy drinking characters from the Thin Man series.
Dude, and Angry has gone full beast mode movie geek today now.
So Razum says Mark's a cowboy, and Saf Application says, is Mark also a Perthian? And now I get Perthian. I was like, I didn't know what Perthian was. I thought it was some sort of, I don't know.
It's a sexual predator. Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking it was. But no, I'm from Perth. Yeah. Same thing. No.
So, Kill a Mockingbird, I did not expect it to be told through the eyes of a little girl. I thought this was going to be a courtroom drama film from start to finish. I never had learnt anything about it. I completely went in blind. I've never read the book at school. It just wasn't reading material in Australia. You know, we did, Tim Winton books and stuff like that. It got to me. Sophie got sucked in even because she loves kids' films. So a movie that was based around kids growing up, just was the key thing that sucked her in. And then when it got to the court case and stuff like that, it was extremely interesting. Let's just say that. Yeah.
I think we pledged not to do the spoiler, not to say the outcome of the court case, or what?
Yeah, let's keep this one, so yeah.
Because I, like you, Charlie, went in completely blind, never read the book. I actually nominated this for movie of the week because I was embarrassed. I'd never seen it and I wanted to watch it. Absolutely got me. It's almost like two films. The first half is centered around the kids and their experiences and whatnot. And the second half is the court case, which, again, exactly the same as you. Was not expecting. Didn't see that coming. I tell you what, though, those kids had a fair bit of terror in their lives, didn't they?
Well, growing up in Alabama as a non-Republican, I
thought it was a beautiful and sad tale at the same time. But there's pros and cons for it as usual. There's a lot of pros, One of the biggest issues I have with the film, and it's not necessarily to do with the film itself, it's more so the fact that Gregory Peck won the Best Actor Oscar over Peter O'Toole for Lawrence of Arabia. And nothing wrong with Gregory Peck's performance. It's a great performance. It's reserved yet sort of courageous at the same time. But it doesn't really beat, Peter O'Toole. That was his debut film role, and he had to meet the spectacle of the size of Lawrence, the actual film Lawrence of Arabia, and he met that. And the whole film relies on Peter O'Toole's shoulders, really. And that's one of my biggest gripes with the Oscars, that and Crash winning Best Picture. But
little editor's note: Mark's favorite movie, I think, is Lawrence of Arabia. I think he's watched it at least 10 times.
It'd be in the top 10 for sure. Yeah.
I didn't know that bit of trivia, but now you've brought it up, Mark. I think Gregory Peck got it just because he was doing To Kill a Mockingbird.
A political sort of movement.
Yeah. Hollywood's like that. They want to feel good about themselves.
A book that they teach in school, like same as Shawshank Redemption. The reason why it's number 1 on IMDb is because every bloody kid had to watch it at school,
Yeah. Sorry, Angry, you're right.
I was just going to say another aspect of it. Again, I'm close to giving this 5 out of 5. It's definitely 4+ out of 5. This movie. It's a black and white film from 1964, I think. And wow, it uses black and white well. Like, it uses shadow so well. It's so dramatic, the shooting of it. Like, it's really artistically shot. It is not boring to watch.
Yeah. And there's actually two main mockingbirds in the film. And, the idea they tell you in the film, it's not a spoiler, the idea of killing a mockingbird is to kill something that is pure and innocent, and that can be regarded as a sin. And the two mockingbirds, Tom Robinson, played by Brock Peters, and Robert Duvall, what's his character? Boo Radley, yeah. They acted it with such tenderness. You really felt sorry for their characters and really captured that innocence of that, that killing that innocence. And you really felt that, especially with Robert Duvall as well. You really felt like he was this simple man. And with Tom Robinson, you really felt sorry for his character. So I thought that really tied in nicely with, the actual idea of, the title,
Yeah, that I was worried we weren't going to get a Boo Radley payoff after him being mentioned so much during the film, but good payoff. Robert Duvall's appearance.
Everything, like they say with the rules of film, if everything's mentioned in the first act, it's got to be brought out by the third. And they mention it and they rub your face in it, and then they just don't talk about it for the second act at all. And then the third act they bring it back, and I'm like, well done, you got me. When I knew about it, but I forgot, and then I get reminded again, I'm always I like what you did there, movie. That's cool.
Yeah.
And one of my one of the other problems I had with the film, I know that it's set in the 30s.
Yes.
And there was a
Depression, Great Depression era. Yeah.
Yeah, and there's a difference with how they let kids roam the streets and that. And Atticus, Gregory Peck, he's a smart man, but he's letting his kids roam the streets till like 10, 11 at night. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, mate, get your kids to bed. Like, I was just watching. I was like, how many scenes were there where they were just roaming the streets at night? And no wonder you're going to come into a problem. Like, get your kids to bed. The court. They get to the courthouse and he says, "Get home," and he tells them to go home. And he doesn't escort them home. He just goes back to his job. And I'm like, man, you're not really get it together. Seriously,
not David the Year stuff there, right?
In fairness, a man's life was at stake if he did take the kids home for that at the courthouse. Yeah. Oh, wait, sorry. You mean the courthouse at the start? I meant the jailhouse. Sorry, my bad.
Yeah.
When they went to the jailhouse and she identified one of the baddies. Yeah.
But he had to, at one point, Gregory Peck has to go out at night, and he tells his 12-year-old kid, "You're in charge," basically. And I went, good fathering there. Leave the 12-year-old kid in charge at night while scary shit is happening.
Yeah, they've got a crazy weirdo. They know there's a weirdo next door, or supposedly, and it's like the dad's like, you'll be right. You'll be right. Don't worry about it.
That's what I mean. Those kids had a lot of terror in their life growing up. Like, they've got the neighborhood boogeyman story, and they go through a few scary moments with that. But then there's actually just full-on stuff happening in the town, and damn. Those kids had a traumatic childhood.
Yeah, I never read the book, and I did find the film to meander a little bit. They didn't really settle on it. There were plots that were going on, but it didn't really settle on a kind of a plot until it got to the courthouse. And I found that to be a little bit of a drag, but it was still engaging to watch at the same time. And I thought the two kids that carried the film, they were in at 50-60% of the film. And they were actually really good actors, Jim and Scout. Don't know what their real names were, but they carried the film really well. Thought they were good casting.
Yeah, real good child.
So I was reading about the book after I had watched the movie, and I learnt that in 2015 they released a sequel to Kill a Mockingbird called "Go Set a Watchman." And what happened was, when the original writer wrote Kill a Mockingbird, she wrote it like It, where there's a 2-version split of Atticus Funk and her when she's older, that's adult, and then there's the kid version. And the publisher said, no, you should just stick to the one story, stick to the kid version. And so they found the manuscript, the original first draft of the two stories mixed together, of the, where it would go adult, kid, just like the book It. And it turns out there was a lot of things that we learn about Atticus when he's older, that he was actually extremely racist, for instance, which takes a different perspective, even though he was representing a black man in court, which is what you see in all the trailers. That's the first thing I knew about that film, was it was all about a black man being represented by a white man in court for raping a white woman. So in this, it concentrated first on the 30s, and then it cut back to the 50s, and would show that even though he was quite racist, she took that as a lesson not to be, by the actions that he took throughout his life, standing up for black people and stuff like that. So, yeah, it was a different angle, but at the same time, would have been better if it just stuck to the original, I think, overall. Going by synopsises, I actually haven't read either book, but I think it's quite interesting.
Yeah. Well, the supporting evidence is maybe that book was never published, and Harper Lee had been dead for decades when that other manuscript was published. So it hasn't got the same classic status as To Kill a Mockingbird.
Was she dead when that was released?
I'm almost sure she was.
Oh, I thought she was just very old.
The other thing I found with the film was it had religious parallels as well. I'm just reading into it, but To Kill a Mockingbird is the same as Jesus Christ, really. Killing something pure and innocent, it's a sin. So I was drawing that comparison as well after watching it, just kind of thinking about it for a little bit. So yeah, I mean, you got those kind of titles like Silence of the Lambs and One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. You know that there's a deeper meaning behind it. So it's an interesting idea, with the titles like that.
Okay, I just did a quick check, and I was wrong. The Ghost Headed Watchman was published in 2015. Harper Lee died in 2016.
Yeah, only a year later. Yeah.
There was another book published posthumously called The Land of Sweet Forever. That was published just in 2025.
Harper Lee went on for years and years and years saying, it's just one book. Because she never did another book throughout her whole life. And she was just living rich off that one book because it became a school book and stuff like that. And everything was fine until her sister died, who was her lawyer, at 103 years old or something like that. And then suddenly the new lawyer found this new manuscript, that was like, that Harper was delighted to release, So, it's a lot of controversy about it being should it be even part of it? Should we just ignore it? Is it canon? But nonetheless, the movie it's on its own. The book supposedly barely covers the whole court case very much. It focuses a lot of you remember that at the start of the movie, they see an old lady in a wheelchair, and she's screaming at them, and then he comes up and goes, "Oh, you've got lovely flowers, miss," and stuff like that. She's in way more of the book and stuff like that. There's a lot more stuff that goes on, and that's what it mostly is about, is just the life of a 6-year-old growing up in southern Alabama, and during the Great Depression and stuff like that. So I do like the court case the best. Everyone, I think that's why they focused on it the most. And but overall, I think it was really cool seeing that court case through the eyes of a child.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep. So what would you give it, Charlie?
It's a what I call a motherfucking classic. 5 out of 5.
Yeah, I'm gonna look. I enjoyed it, but I can't. I'm gonna give it a 4 because I'd give Lawrence of Arabia 5, and I've seen that film so many times. I can't. I could. I've seen Killing Mockingbird. This was the second time I've seen it, and even though I really enjoyed it, I just can't pin it at 5 because I just see that as better than this film in a lot of ways. So I'm gonna give it a 4, a
You
solid
got a
4.
grudge against it. I understand.
Yeah.
I'm sticking with a 4, with thoughts of a 5. It is an absolute classic. I feel like anyone who likes cinema is going to like this film because it's really well made.
Yeah.
It's compellingly told. It looks great. And I would 100% recommend it.
Absolutely. Yeah, definitely worth picking up. And it will only be $5 because this is a 1986 release.
Okay.
So the picture quality isn't a 90s release. We know Laserdisc had a big improvement during the 90s.
Mhm.
But nonetheless, yeah, Universal look after this film like it's one of their treasures. I think it actually is in the what do they call it? The Smithsonian Museum. Yeah, Hall of Fame, whatever they call it. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely should be.
Yeah, no, very cool piece of Americana history learnt this week.
2 thumbs up for Tequila Mockingbird. Half a thumb up for a Tequila Mockingbird. I'm not a huge fan of it, but I did it just for
But yeah, so the other movies you gave a thumbs up to as well. I gave a thumbs up to my documentary as well. Yeah, good week of film.
Yeah, I had a good weekend of movies.
Yeah, me too. Wow.
And you can never go wrong with a John Walters movie. Every one of them, it's going to shock the shit out of you. But you're going to walk away going, I've never seen that before,
Yeah, I got through half of it, and then I obviously got busy, and all weekend I've been like, oh man, I want to sit down and watch the rest of that John Waters film. It's really weird, It's like it's not the kind of thing where you're like, I want.
Have you got a favorite John Walters movie?
Pink Flamingos is, that's just
it's the go-to, isn't it? Yeah.
It's just so.
Mine's not. Mine's Desperate Living.
Yeah, you mentioned that before.
I love Desperate Living.
I haven't seen that.
What about you, Angry? Do you have a favorite John Walters movie?
Probably a toss-up between Female Trouble and Pink Flamingos.
Yeah. Polyester's a good one too. I really love Polyester as well.
Anything with Divine in it, actually. Divine just cutting loose is just...
I love how Polyester had the smell-o-vision. Yes. He had these cards that you could scratch, and me and Sophie were watching it, sniffing all the different things that were like, some of them was like pizza, but some of them were like, rotten eggs and shoes and, stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah, I was just watching a scene from the female. What was the one I was just watching? Female Trouble, was it? Yeah.
Yeah.
And Divine gives birth on the couch, and then she pulls the baby out and just rips into the umbilical cord. And Katie was sitting there. She's just like, she's just on her phone scrolling. She looks up. She's like, what are you watching?
Good stuff.
Yeah. So what's next week's movie of the week?
Oh, yeah.
I think it's been a long time coming.
Yeah.
And we've got to knock it out because, it's getting caught up in the to watch list.
Yeah.
I think this is the last one of those collections. I think we'll put the other one was this, but I think I'll put this away and we'll pick something else. I'll get Angry on the phone. We'll pick some fresh discs. Yeah.
Looking forward to Million Blind again.
Robert Duvall.
Yep. Another one that we haven't seen, which is the important part. And it should be good,
Yeah.
Robert Duvall 2 weeks in a row.
Yeah. I was watching a movie. I was on your Plex just recently. It had Robert De Niro in it. He was really young. Mama or Bad Mama or something like that. You uploaded it.
Oh yes, yes, yeah. I added a whole bunch of early
Bad Mummy or
De Niro films. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you had the gang that couldn't shoot straight. I've got to watch that at some point.
And The Wedding Party from 1969.
Right.
So yeah, some really old school. I got some. Okay, so there's a show I like to watch. I'm a movie nerd, and I watch YouTube videos about movies. There was a guy who does, some of his favorite movies that are undiscovered, or forgotten about, and stuff like that. So there's a bunch of those I put up on the thing too. Watermelon Woman, the Mustang, stuff like that. Just stuff that the Mustang, for instance, about a dude in prison who becomes friendly with a horse that's untamable.
Yeah.
But because of his patience and the time that he spent in prison, how they're both kind of locked up and uncontrollable and can't be told what to do, with gentle persuasion and not too much, because otherwise he'll snap it, but not enough, because otherwise nothing will happen and stuff like that. It just was like, okay, that looks interesting, So I grab it, and then I always forget to watch them.
Yeah. I got Watermelon Woman on my watch list just because it gets talked up so often on Criterion Closet videos on YouTube.
Yes, yes, it was talked about again in that VHS documentary as well, because it's all about a woman that works in a video shop who was obsessed with an early caricature of Hollywood, which is the black
Mammy.
assistant, mammy, nanny, whatever. Yeah. All right, yeah. So that's this week's movie of the week, and we'll see you again next week for True Confessions.
Nice.
You know, Angry.
See you then.
I've got to do the song, do I? Movie of the
Always
week.
stick 'em in.
Movie of the week. We just talked about the movie of the week.
See you then.
Bye, bro. Nice.
Awesome sauce. Yeah, so I'm going to keep in that whole thing with talking about movies before this week and stuff like that.
Right.
I think it's something that I would watch. I would like to see what my favorite hosts are watching each week and stuff like that too, Okay, starting a new file.
Yeah, me too.
All right.
So are you hanging around for this one, Mark?
What are you doing now? The Laserdisc thing?
We're doing 30 Laserdiscs.
We're going to look at.
Yeah, I might head off. Maybe I'll hang around next weekend. It's been a hectic weekend. I bought a
you
car.
got the jacket though.
Fair enough.
Yeah, true. I can wear the jacket next weekend if you want.
Okay.
If you really want me to, I'll chuck it back on for you, Charlie.
All right.
Yeah, no.
Cool beans.
All right. Well, thanks for that, guys.
Thanks
Good for catch up. I'll see you next week.
Thank you, dude.
All right.
See you
Give
guys.
me 2 seconds to make another drink, Charlie.
Sounds good.
Oh, you know what I'm going to... Oh, I know what I'm going to do. Where did I put my glass?
Your Nick and Nora glass? Oh, your big one.
Everybody panic. Stop panicking. Why are you all panicking? I'm going to make a Sazerac with the co-ferment. Small batch. Co-ferment. Limited release, never to be seen again, so I'm going to use it up. Sugar syrup. Right. Put that in there.
Yeah, you're right, Dr. Abigail. It was Killer Mockingbird and all those 60s films have that real depth of black and white. Whereas nowadays that fake black and white where they're actually just flicking a switch and turning the camera from a digital camera into black and white mode doesn't even come close to the same kind of feeling at all. Yeah.
What are we doing?
Earth Wombat poked his nose in. We were
Hello.
just talking about him on Friday night.
All right. Let me do this, and I'll start recording again. Oh, wait, that's gone way down. Okay, you know what? I'm going to err on the side of caution and change batteries.
Yeah, mine's solidly full. I bought Energizers now, so.
All right, just give me a second to change batteries. And by second, I mean a minute. 60 seconds should be enough. I maybe don't have to do this, but...
So coming up now, Henry, is just me and Angry, where we're going to go through the next... Okay, so each week at my shop, I list 30 Laserdiscs. We call it a Z-Box, and that's why it's got that name there, Z-Box. And, you know, I click on Friday at 3 p.m., I pull the switch and I release them to the public, and then everyone just dives on them, you know? But I've heard lots of people say to me, I wish I knew what was available before Friday. You know, like I don't want to be sitting there on a panic rush going, oh, have you got, what's this, you know?
Right.
So on Thursday, I started doing a video by myself, just talking about the 30 discs that came out. And one thing led to another. I don't know how, but I got the courage up to go, hey, my favorite YouTuber, will you come onto my show and present these 30 discs with me? And somehow he said yes. So that's where I'm at now. We're you know, 20 odd episodes into this show called A Whole Laserdisc Thing.
Yeah.
Where we just spit through 30 titles, talk about if we like them or not, and if what's good about them and stuff like that. So I was just answering Henry's question.
Got an audio recorder happening. I'm ready to go.
Got an old fashioned?
Well, Sazerac, which is an old-fashioned variation.
Oh, yes, you love your Sazeracs. Well, welcome to A Whole Laserdisc Thing, gang. We've got Angry here, and he's got his Sazerac.
Hell yeah.
We're going to look again at 30 Laserdiscs with you guys, and we're going to start with something a little bit weird.
Oh, I like weird.
Okay, this is an 8-inch disc. You can see it's not the same size as a normal Laserdisc. When you got, you know, your setup, your Laserdisc player set up and your TV set up, and you want to make sure that you have your colors right and your saturation right. You know that sharpness bar that nobody uses? That's what this is for. It actually makes you set up your sharpness in correct ways and stuff like that. But it also has Laserdisc video games on it, where you can find different things by scrolling frame by frame, because that's one of the things that lasers can do.
Yes.
It has, it's very funny, and I'll put up a few clips from it because it's one of my favorite discs. I got this a while ago myself, and I'm a big fan of it. So when we were doing Stock Take this week, I found this buried away, and I'm like, oh, I'm going to list this up and let everyone have a grab at it because it's a fun disc. It's so much fun.
That sounds really fun. I love the idea of that one.
I just had to get that one out of the way because it's not technically a movie and I don't have much to talk about, but I just wanted to say, hey, that's up and it's a geeky thing and I love it. Yeah. All right. So from one Gregory Peck to another.
Oh, The Omen. I love this movie.
Who directed this again? I've forgotten. There was someone. Richard Donner. That's why I know. Richard Donner, who made Superman and The Goonies and stuff like that.
That must have been a really early Richard Donner film.
Yes, it was. But when you tell it, it doesn't matter how old you are. Well, it might matter if you're 6, but yeah.
I love the creepy stuff they set up in The Omen because it's all sort of, he's just a little kid. What harm could there be? And then all the weird stuff starts happening.
I think this is like the third time we've had that disc on this show. So I'm just going to brush on past through it and get on to the next one. This is called Once Upon a Crime. And look at that cast. We've got John Candy, James Belushi, Sybil Shepherd, Sean Young, Richard Lewis, and I don't know who Ornetta Muti is. I think she might be Italian.
Is that one of these films where they got together a big cast and it just didn't work? Because I've never heard of it.
Yes, it's a Eugene Levy film.
Really? Again, Eugene Levy, great writer. I love his work.
Yes, me too. Written and directed by The problem was it was Dino De Laurentiis, so it didn't get the advertising that Dino De Laurentiis have some really great films tucked away in there, but they've all got this kind of cheesiness factor to it. Like Flash Gordon's a great example of of the stereotype Dino De Laurentiis film. Like a little bit fucked up, but kind of a little bit awesome at the same time.
Yeah.
So Once Upon a Crime is another one of these large cast kind of everybody's running through doors and walking in on the wrong room and capturing someone doing the wrong thing and stuff like that. A bit of a zany comedy, and Jim Belushi and John Candy became best friends after making this film, and they were in pretty much every movie together. They would always ask each other to do a cameo in each other's films.
Okay.
Which is always good. Just it's nice to see, actors become mates, And Richard Lewis, you might know from the TV show Curb Your Enthusiasm. He was a regular in that TV show Curb Your Enthusiasm. Sadly, he passed away from cancer. But on a lighter note,
the Nutty
this
Professor.
is a sealed copy of The Nutty Professor. Never opened, never played.
There you go. I'm sure Eddie Murphy fans want that. Eddie playing all the roles in it.
Eddie, I actually, while I was working on the website on Friday night, I put on Coming to America again because I like to watch a movie that I've seen a dozen times in the background. So I've just got some audio. I'm not just sitting there in quietness. And it's a movie that I'm very comfortable and familiar with and stuff like that. And one of the great things that Eddie Murphy does is when he plays multiple characters. In Coming to America, he plays multiple different barbers in this barbershop. And it's just it brings these characters to life. And the famous one is that when he does the singer for Sexual Chocolate. And very funny character actor. He could really do some funny roles. Okay, next up, another film from that era is My Girl.
This is darker than you maybe think it is. If you know nothing about My Girl, it's Macaulay Culkin after Home Alone doing a more serious. It's almost like a preteen romantic drama, and it basically gets darker than you think it's going to.
It's a lot like Killing the Mockingbird. It's about living life in the 60s on a day-to-day basis.
Yeah.
And then something happens, and shit gets dark,
Yeah, way more than you expect.
Macaulay Culkin has talked about filming that scene in some interviews on YouTube and stuff like that because all us YouTubers want to know how the heck they did that. And, nowadays they would have stuck CGI bees on him and just made him wave his hands. Yeah. But back then they just stuck him in a beehive. And, he said, look, if you just, make sure you run this way, when they're at you, you'll be fine. Bees can't travel as fast as man when it comes to travel speed. And his thought even back then was, what about kids? Kids can't run as fast as an adult can. So Yeah, funny little story. Sweet film, very sweet, loving film.
Mm.
All right, here we go. One of my favorites. I love Steve Martin. This is My Blue Heaven with Rick
Inspired
Moranis.
by a real guy. So,
Well, actually, this is actually, Goodfellas?
yeah, the same guy.
So, the storyline of this is the writer of Goodfellas, the guy who wrote Goodfellas, was sitting down, and Nora Ephron was married to the guy that wrote Goodfellas at the time. And so, getting inspiration from him writing Goodfellas, she decided to take the same character and write what happened to this character after Goodfellas. So, because he tells the story from a back way, and so this is like a comedy of going forward. Yeah.
So, yes, Steve Martin is the former New York mobster under witness protection, and they've put him in some, middle of nowhere town where he doesn't fit in at all. And Rick Moranis is his FBI handler. They're both great. They are both really good in this movie.
Yeah. The German name for this film is How I Learnt to Dance the Merengue, which takes up a significant part of this film, is them just dancing the merengue. But, really gorgeous film. I love the character Steve Martin plays. This is one of those ones you can watch again and again. It's really sweet film. If you like that kind of humor, if you like Steve Martin humor, which I'm a big fan of. Okay, next up, Mr. Jones. Now, this is another Richard Gere film.
Romantic movie phase.
Yeah, this is post Pretty Woman. And so they're like, oh, wait, we can make money off this guy? Let's stick him in some romance comedies, or romance films. And I have not seen this. And I remember the ad being on before, movies, when they had trailers before the videos at the video shop. But again, this is like that mirror has two faces. You know when a movie's not made for you, Yeah. Okay, next up, Midnight in the Garden of Good and Evil.
Wow, that is a massive shift from Mr. Jones. A dark, twisted, almost surrealistic drama.
Have you seen this one?
I have. I don't remember a lot of it. It's unusual. Very Southern Gothic from what I remember.
Yeah. I love the pairing Kevin Spacey and John Cusack. I think that's happened a few times.
Yeah. That's such a shift from Mr. Jones. That's a great proposition.
Well, that's what we do here, is we do the smorgasbord, Yeah.
Smorgasbord.
Speaking of jump.
Another fantastic sideways jump. Love this movie. I
especially love Gremlins when they have the kitchen fight. The kitchen battle is so memorable. They were going to cut that whole scene out because it was too scary for kids. But I think it's one of the best scenes, and they fought to keep it in, and they did, and I'm really glad they did. I'm more of a Gremlins 2 fan, but Gremlins 1's where it all begins.
Is Gremlins 1, is this the one where the Gremlins take over the movie at a certain point? Or was that
No, that's number 2. Yeah, that was number 2.
Because I wondered if they did anything
Hulk Hogan
Laserdisc specific. But there were
no, they didn't. They used
there was a version in the cinema, and there was a different version for home video release.
For home video. Now, Laserdisc did the cinema version.
Yeah.
They didn't do the VHS tape one. Yeah. The VHS one was John Wayne impersonator saying, "Oh, get back into the movie," and when the cinema one was fantastic, it had Hulk Hogan saying, "We like our drinks cold and our popcorn hot and our movies on the screen. Now get back into it,"
They also, little bit of trivia, did that for the novelization. The Gremlins take over the novel at a certain point.
when we reviewed this movie before, and I remember during the edit, I actually took the pages of that book and put it up on the screen and showed how they tie him up and start, and the intelligent one, the one that took the drugs to make him super intelligent. He's the one that takes over the book and starts typing through the book, in that section. And then eventually they're like, and he breaks free. Here he is. He's come back now, yeah. Okay, next up we have Maximum Risk.
Okay, so obviously Jean-Claude Van Damme, but Natasha Henstridge as well. Well, there's a lot to watch in this one.
Oh, I always like to spot Twin Towers on Laserdisc covers.
Yes. Oh, gosh.
It's sort of a little running game, is spot the Twin Towers.
An iconic visual.
This is when they were spending a lot of money on Van Damme films, because they were like, okay, we can actually, make some big money. Instead of him doing his kung fu kicks, he can shoot guns instead.
Yeah.
All right, another jump.
The Mask. Speaking of improv people, Eddie Murphy loved doing improv comedy. Jim Carrey. So this one was almost tailor-made for him.
It felt like it, didn't it? When you look back, and this was right in the middle of the Jim Carrey explosion. You had the Ace Ventura and Dumb and Dumber and The Mask. Between those three films, Ace Ventura 2 to an extent, and then Cable Guy was the one that made me go, okay, he's not infallible.
Yeah.
But at this point, when The Mask came out, we're like, wow, the energy and the excitement that came off the screen with the constant laughs was really refreshing.
Big crowd pleaser, that one.
Now we've got The Lion King.
One of the all-time biggest Disney's, Lion King.
I'm chowing through these just today because a lot of these are ones we've already reviewed before.
But look, if you're a Laserdisc person and you don't already have The Lion King, you're going to want it.
We did stock take, and there was a lot of discs that were in the shelves but not on the computer that I've got to re-add.
Okay.
Okay. Next up, The Last Boy Scout with Bruce Willis and Damon Wayans.
How many times am I going to say I love this movie tonight? But I love this movie. I was on a real Damon Wayans kick when this movie came out.
This is another one I can watch again and again and again because there's lots of humor, but the storyline's so much fun, and the characters, right down to the gangsters that are killing them and stuff like that. They're all fun people, actors. They just went over the top, and I think this is Tony Scott.
I think so.
Yeah, and it is. It's Tony Scott, which means, like extremely over the top,
Yeah. Great action comedy, that one.
Now it's time for the Criterion Film of the Week.
Ooh.
And I know you like this one.
I do. Oh my God. I love this movie to death. This is a 9 out of 10 movie for me. Once Were Warriors, that was such a punch in the face when it came out. A movie about Maori culture and Maori in the modern world, and it was completely alien to me. I swear to God, because Jake the Muss was such a scary character. I was half scared to go into pubs for a year after I was sort of...
Yeah, I was scared to make eye contact with any of them too, yeah. This has the commentary track as well. Mm-hmm. So, very cool little
Basically,
find.
Everyone in New Zealand saw that movie. That was such a cultural touchstone in New Zealand. It was huge.
Talk about another jump. Oh, my God, I'm full of them tonight. We have Lady and the Tramp.
I'm getting whiplash. Again, this is first wave classic Disney.
Yes.
fantastic family film. If you
I
want
think it
kids,
was the
to
50s or
really,
60s. This one. It was somewhere around then. Yeah.
yeah, really classic, high end 2D cell animation. This one's pretty amazing.
Mm. Okay. Next up is my favorite movie, LA Story. But this is the cheaper version that will be in the $5 barrel because it
Ooh.
only is pan and scan. It's not widescreen like the director intended it.
Okay.
But if you are just kind of curious why this is my favorite movie, it's worth picking up for that alone. It is so funny and has so much heart, and really great film.
$5. For $5, that's so good. It's really unconventional comedy mixed with conventional comedy. Like there's a lot of, it's not quite fourth wall breaking, but there's a lot of really along with all straight ahead, very funny comedy. There's a lot of really unconventional stuff in there that works really well.
And how he makes fun of the movie business at the time.
Yes.
Last time we did
LA.
this film, I included a deleted scene of him having lunch with an executives and how he was talking about everything except for the actual movie that he was trying to, get promoted for. Next up is Kundun.
Wow, this is a Scorsese film, is it?
Yes, I think it is.
Yeah, and
Yep.
I've never watched it, but apparently it's absolutely epic.
Well, maybe we should add this to the movie of the week one week.
I'd be up for it. It's
Scorsese,
Yeah, it's like a missing spot in films I should have watched.
Yeah, we want to try to knock out at least all the Scorsese movies before we die,
Before he dies, oh God, aren't we going to be, because he's old as hell, aren't we going to be sad
yeah.
when Scorsese dies?
Yeah, same with Steve Martin.
Yeah.
This is Just Cause with Sean Connery and Lawrence Fishburne. It's a detective movie set down in the Florida swamps.
Yeah.
Is it the Florida swamps?
Well, it's in the South, and the idea is Lawrence Fishburne is a cop. Sean Connery is going to defend another black guy who has been accused of murder, and you're getting the vibe that like Lawrence Fishburne's aggressively trying to get this guy convicted, and you almost like feel like he's trying to prove himself because he's a black cop going after a black guy who says he's innocent. And Sean Connery's maybe a try-hard bleeding heart defending the black guy accused of a terrible crime, and lots of twists and turns and some real dark stuff in that movie. Actually, I quite like it. But Just Cause, I can't help making jokes with that name. Like, I watched this movie the other day. Oh, why did you watch that? Just Cause.
Yeah. What movie did you watch? Just Cause. No, what movie did you watch? Just Cause. Next up is called Homegrown. Quite the cast: Billy Bob Thornton, Bon Jovi, Hank Azaria, Ryan Philip P. The dude from 54. Yeah. John Lithgow, Kelly Lynch, Judge Reinhold, Jamie Lee Curtis. About growing weed.
That is a big cast. Not seen this one.
And the fact you haven't heard of it really says something, because this movie was a bit of a flop. As much as it's a great character movie, it's very forgettable.
Didn't reach audiences, no.
Just being honest, that's what we do on this show. I say what I mean, and
mean what I say.
Okay, here's one I haven't seen. It's called Hear My Song.
I'm familiar with this, but I haven't seen it. Ned Beatty. Who's the cast in this one?
Well, we got Ned Beatty, right? Who's been in what's that one with the banjo?
He's in lots.
He was the one who had to. He was the one who had to squeal like a pig.
He's the one who gets told to squeal like a pig in Deliverance. Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know any of the actors. Alan
Okay.
Dunbar, Adrian Dunbar, Shirley Ann Field, Tara Fitzgerald, William Hootkins.
All right. So it's one that
Yeah.
didn't quite make the grade, but
Yeah, well, it was an early Miramax title.
Okay.
Before Miramax was even working directly with Disney.
Okay.
They got Paramount logo on the other side.
Okay.
Yeah. So, speaking of Scorsese,
Oh, this is close to the top of the list for me with Scorsese films. Goodfellas. I love this.
you watched Killers of a Flower Moon, didn't you?
Okay, it's been aggravating me because the subtitles are out of whack. There are a few seconds.
No. Okay, I hadn't tested it. I'm sorry. Okay.
Okay, so it makes it very close to unwatchable, is all I'm going to say.
What a shame. Yeah, because the Indian side the Native American side is extremely important to the film. Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of Native American,
what year was this made?
I think 1993.
Okay.
Let's have a look here. Yeah, I was spot on. I love it when I get it right.
Yes. Nice.
Yeah. Directed by Roger Young. Yeah, so just another one of those.
Was this trying to catch it on like Dances with Wolves and stuff?
Yeah, probably. Yeah, well, it's that age, isn't it? You know, like around the same time. And there was a whole bunch of other films like that. There was Squanto as well. I'll worry about that when we're not on camera. Okay. What's next? Oh, okay. Yeah, we've done this one before too.
Oh, yeah. Classic.
Yeah, the Rob Reiner film, A Few Good Men. I tend to forget that it's a Rob Reiner film. My brain goes straight to Jack Nicholson when I think about this film.
Yeah.
And you can't handle the truth. And yeah. Or as last time we did a little sketch where we were like, you can't handle this laserdisc, you know. Yeah, that was funny. But yeah. A good little courtroom drama that talks about following certain protocols and when you shouldn't be following certain protocols.
Yeah.
Initiations being the key one in this one. Okay, then we got some Wesley Snipes with Drop Zone.
I had a soft spot for Wesley Snipes in his.
This is another one of those movies I can just watch again and again. I have a lot, even though it's no high art film, obviously, right? But it's a fun action film that is all about how the bad guys were using parachutes to drop in. Sorry, that's my usual bin alarm that goes off during halfway through our video.
Okay.
Okay, so yeah, it's about the bad guys that drop in through the top of a building to break into companies like the CIA and stuff in order to find out where the agents are hiding and under what identities, and then they can sell that information to terrorists. So he's a cop who goes undercover and joins a group of other jumpers, and so they can compete in a competition that's happening in Washington where the bad guys are going to get their final list from. Yeah. Great characters, fun movie, you know. Another one that we've done before, again, Dirty Rotten Scoundrels.
Second, absolutely classic Steve Martin comedy for tonight. I really like this one. I've been saying that a lot tonight. You've actually been pulling out a whole bunch of my favorites tonight. This is a very funny movie.
Yeah, I saw the remake of this with who's that girl from?
The women were the con artists.
Yes, that's the one. The woman that was Steve Martin's character was from Ghost Rider.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it wasn't even close to
make
the
a
same
big
kind of department. The scene that I want to talk about in this that I'm going to pull up now is the whipping scene. And
What scene
it
is
is
that?
so funny. Okay, so he tells the doctor that he has no feeling in his legs, and that's his gag. And so Michael Caine pulls up, like runs from the next room with a cane and goes, you feel that? And he's sitting there and you can see him like holding in like with all the gut, trying to not cry. Okay. So can you lean those forward? Lean those forward. Okay. One moment, please. Technical difficulties.
Little intermission. Let's all go to the snack bar. Let's all go to the snack. Sorry, I was doing a snack bar.
Yes.
Jingle.
Oh, good time for an intermission. Yes, actually, yeah. Well, we're in the last quarter of the film. We're going to fly through this one today. This is going to be a fast episode. Pearly Sue, John Hughes film.
Jim Belushi's the adult lead.
Jim Belushi, correct.
Second Jim Belushi film for the night.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
That's two Jim Belushi films too many.
I'm not saying when you said Jim Belushi and John Candy were best mates, and it's like, yeah, and John Candy died and Jim Belushi is still around. I don't want to be mean, but if we had to choose who was still here, I don't fancy Jim Belushi's chances.
Yeah.
Is all I'm saying.
Yeah, and same with him and his brother.
Well, that
if we got
too.
to choose, I think we'd pick his brother any time. Look, let's not be harsh on the guy. He's good on him,
let's not be complete jerks to Jim Belushi.
Yeah, there are some roles that he's done that were good. I'm just not thinking of them. Not.
It's like, I'm sure he's done something good. I just can't think of it at the moment. Okay.
Yeah. What's that Arnold Schwarzenegger movie that he did? It was a Christmas movie.
True Lies. Yeah.
No, not True Lies. The Christmas one where he was looking for that Turbo Man doll.
Jingle All the Way.
Jingle All the Way.
Yeah,
no, Turbo Man was the doll that he was chasing after through the whole film.
Yeah.
Sophie's answer was Turbo Man. I'm like, wait, no, it wasn't called Turbo Man. Yeah, Jingle All the Way. Jay Belushi played one of the Santa Clauses that tried to sell Arnold Schwarzenegger a Turbo Man. But when they took it out of the box, it started speaking Spanish.
Right.
Yeah.
I think
next up we have
confused just then with Tom Arnold, but anyway.
Yes, yeah. Gee, how could you make that mistake? I mean, gee. All right, next up we have Conspiracy Theory, Mel Gibson and Julia Roberts.
This is a fun
I
movie.
think this is also the second Richard Donner film for the night too. Yeah. We were talking about Richard Donner who did Omen and stuff. Yep. Yeah.
This is 20 years later, I think.
Yeah.
Roughly.
So, 95 this would have come out. This is when Mel Gibson was changing his kind of career style and going from, the younger Mel Gibson to an older Mel Gibson and changing the style of the way he would pick his roles. And he would always pick them a little bit crazy, which kind of, I guess, suited him now, looking back. Yeah. Julia Roberts. Who was the bad guy in this? Patrick Stewart.
Patrick Stewart's the bad guy, yeah.
Black Beauty.
Wow, how many versions of this have there been over the years?
I assume lots. This is a 1994 version of it.
All right. Was it a Disney
And
film?
starring Sean Bean. Oh, no, this is Warner Brothers.
Warner.
It has
Okay.
20 bloody Warner Brothers logos all over it.
Okay.
You can see right here, even.
Sean Bean, it's probably one of the few movies Sean Bean doesn't die in. It's like every time
I
he's on
was thinking
screen,
the same thing.
he dies in almost everything.
All right, no, I'm not going to put that one up this week.
Okay.
I'm saving that for that's a music disc. We'll do a music episode and I'll pull up music just then. This is Diane Keaton in Baby Boom.
So if I remember the storyline, she's like a successful, 40-something executive, suddenly realizes she might be on her last chance to have a baby and balancing her career with a baby. And speaking, she is a boomer. This is a very boomer-coded movie.
Late 80s and early 90s, there was a ton of baby movies. Like she's having a baby, and look who's talking, and stuff like that. There was just this big hit in the early 90s of baby movies that came along. And yeah, Nancy Myers wrote this one. So yeah, it was pretty big writer at the time. And then we have Whoopi Goldberg in The Associate.
I think that's one of her less successful ones.
Yeah, but still, it was fun. This is the one where she puts on a fat suit and becomes a white man. Because what happens is she starts a business, and the only time she gets accepted into being to get a loan for a bank or whatever it is if she pretends that she's got a partner who's a white man who's quite successful. And so the business takes off. She's quite successful with her business that she runs, and everyone keeps on congratulating her business partner who doesn't exist until the point of the movie where she has to dress up as the partner to prove that he exists. And then there's the famous, of course, every movie has that bit where she takes off the makeup and goes, "Look, I'm black," Okay, next we have Ellis doesn't live here anymore. I think this is another Scorsese film, actually, isn't it?
Oh, this is very early Scorsese, and people really rave about this film.
Yep, I've heard that too. This is still sealed too, gang, if you're interested.
Ooh, this is for lovers of classic 20th century cinema. This is a biggie.
Yep, so this is two. Now we're at two Scorsese movies that we haven't seen in one video.
Yeah.
Third Scorsese film listed.
Yep, I've not seen this one, but people rave about it.
Yep, this is the 70s Scorsese, so he still had that young energy. And this was very highly spoken about by him in that Scorsese in His Own Words documentary that you showed me. Okay. Last movie for the night is 13 Ghosts. I absolutely adore this film, and it's because it was made by that. There's the guy that makes it is called William Castle, and William Castle was all about doing novelties when he made movies. He would wire up chairs and make them electric. Yeah, and do extra things like this. And this one is not 3D, but you use the equivalent of 3D goggles, or if you've got those 3D blue and red glasses, you can actually change what you can see by interspersing your vision between the two glasses. So if you're too scared to handle it, you can wear the blue glasses. Yeah. But if you want to see all the secret ghosts that are hiding around, you can wear the red glasses and stuff. It's a nice little. It's again a novelty thing that William Castle does. I'm a sucker for that kind of stuff because it's a different way of looking at movies,
Yeah, I feel like there was a remake of that as well.
Yes, there was in the early 2000s. It had I remember it had Monk, you know, the actor that plays Monk.
Yeah. Tony Shalhoub.
Yeah, good memory. God, you're good at that. 2001 it came out. Matthew Lillard, Tony Shalhoub, Shannon Elizabeth. Yeah. And it was okay. It was fine. It took it was better than the original 13 Ghosts, but it didn't. This one you don't get it
As a
because
novelty
it's a good
value.
film. You get it for the novelty of the whole blue and red thing. That's the fun part of that film. Yeah, I'll include some samples in the edit. Yeah,
yeah.
But yeah, that's my collection of 30 discs this week.
That was a great collection. Like, I lean into some of the 30 discs more than others. This one, I feel like half of them were movies I fully embrace. And even the ones that I'm not mad on, there were some classics of various genres in there. So again, the typical smorgasbord, something for everyone.
Yep. No, we look after you at home for the elderly, don't we?
Definitely. Most definitely.
So so after stock take we actually took around 80% of the discs and brought the price down on a lot of the stuff that, you know, I had. Okay, I'll be honest, I'm a bit sentimental towards certain films, and if I like a film, I tend to list it too high, you know, and so you know, like I get like, you know, My Girl, and I put it in $15 when it was really just a $10 disc and stuff like that. Yeah. Because I have a soft spot to it. It affected me, and I let my bias persuade me sometimes. Also because of the dollar, you know, and stuff like that at the moment. Or you know, a lot of high end discs are going for a lot more money. In order to balance that out, I thought some of the more common discs can be lowered down a bit in price as well. So we repadded out the bargain basement a bit now. So there's more $5 discs and more interesting titles. Somebody came in the night that we did it and absolutely raided the shit out of it. But get in there quick and you do it too, because it will be gone before you know it. Yeah. Thank you for watching. Thank you for chilling.
And
thank you for helping Angry again.
See you again with another incredible smorgasbord of videos. But yeah, something for everyone. Home for the Elderly always looks after you. So get in quick, because there's a bunch that won't last very long.
Absolutely, yes. And especially post stock take, there's a lot more cheaper discs there than ever before. And and over the next 6 months, I have around 800 new discs to add to the store. So stay tuned, keep watching, and we'll see you next week.
Bye for now. Oh, like that really was a great collection. Like there were so many.
Thank you.
So Ray's saying one day we'll own a cinema. I mean, that would be a fun retirement plan for us, I think. Running an art house cinema.
Well, you know, yeah, there's a big difference between owning Laserdisc and owning film. Film is so much more expensive, and the equipment needed to play it and stuff like that. And these days, you know, home entertainment and cinema entertainment are getting closer and closer and closer. And that's why cinemas are becoming less popular, because you can sit there and watch, you know, an 80-inch television.
Yeah. Yes.
And if you're close to it, it's just, you know, with Dolby Atmos.
Yeah, absolutely.
It can be better than pretty much any other.
Discussions would be like Blockbuster in the 90s. Would that be what we do in an art house cinema, Charlie? We have to have a 15-minute Q&A before or after the movie?
Oh, I hated Blockbuster. I never Blockbuster. It doesn't bring back the same kind of memories as everybody else. I think of Blockbuster and I think of fees, overdue fees. You know, bringing. Okay, Blockbuster had this thing where you had to bring your tapes back and return them by 11 a.m.
Yeah.
So if you brought your tape back at 1 p.m. that day, the same day, you would get charged $7 for a new release title.
Yeah.
You know, and it would it would, like put it in, it would stop you going back, whereas I have wonderful memories of, especially in the early 2000s, they had these, deals where you could take 6 or 7 tapes home for $10
Yes.
and for a week. And I would just start hammering movies that I never would have ever watched back then, like Silent Night, Deadly Night, and stuff like that.
So
And had a ball, yeah.
Question: I
don't have that great memory of Video Easy. I liked Civic Video. I liked. One of the regulars at my store now owns the license to one of the famous chains of video stores now.
Okay, keep talking. My computer's fucking around, and I have to take a piss.
Yep, absolutely. I'm trying to remember what Movieland. So the company Movieland is now owned by one of my customers, which is really cool. He actually brings out a monthly magazine. Because you remember you used to get magazines when you went to the video shop. As you walked in and out, there was like a tray that you could just grab a free magazine from that had all the newest movies in there and stuff like that. It's a Civic Video night tonight. Da-da-da. I remember they had one in the neighborhood that got closed down because they found out it was sitting on tanks of fuel that they never dug up. No, I don't gamble. I don't suffer. I don't. I have friends that get right into it, and I've never seen them win 10 cents. Especially considering how much they spend on that shit.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I'm a strong believer in less advertising in gambling on TV and stuff like that.
Wow, sorry. The thought popped into my head that I had to take a piss, and then I couldn't get away. This really shitty old laptop I'm using seems to be accelerating its collapse. I was going to.
Oh, so can you see me?
Yeah, the streaming is still working.
Yeah.
What's not working is I was going to talk about should I show my book video, which I've already edited, or should I save it for Tuesday?
No, I thought you were going to. You usually play it before we start filming.
Yeah, I just wasn't really ready to.
Was it still? Was it still compressing, rendering?
No. It was ready. It's just I was doing other stuff prior to setting up. So it's a shorter one. Should I play it now or save it for Tuesday?
Absolutely. Night? Yes. All
right. Let's see if this works, because it was actually shitting itself trying to play. Yeah, okay. It's weird. Okay, because I had to
buy a Mac. I love it. Who's going to pay for that Mac? Raze, are you going to buy him a Mac? But you know what it is? It's a sign that you need to take that computer to Dr. Abigail this weekend.
Oh, absolutely. And I had it lined up in Windows Media Player, and all the time when we were talking about the laser discs, this thing just kept popping up saying, "Oh, there's a problem with Windows Media Player. Do you want to troubleshoot it?" And I kept clicking the off button.
Oh no!
And now it just won't do it. So I guess I'm not going to show it tonight. You know what I was thinking about? Besides the fact I should take my proper laptop to Dr. Abigail and maybe get converted to Linux and it might work. I was going through like an Officeworks. They sell these little laptops for friggin' like $150.
Yeah. I've actually got an HP laptop in the front room that I haven't used in about a year that runs Windows 11. It's just, like it's not. I've already got a computer here and a computer in the shop, Sophie's got a computer. Like, there's just no need for the laptop. You know, the only time I ever use it usually is just to update it. Or run what's it? Not Shopify. Spotify with it.
Oh, okay. All right. So this laptop seems to have fucking shit itself.
Yeah, I can see because your video stream is stuttering. Like it's like the CPU is running overtime trying to keep up with what you're trying to do right now. It's completely frozen your video frames. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'll wave my arms around. Am I moving?
Yeah, no, yeah. It's all good.
Yeah. It's okay. It's failing to run Windows Media Player, which is fascinating.
Oh crap, I forgot to turn off my microphone.
Oh, I
Have
haven't
you turned
turned
yours
off either. Jesus, no. Okay. All right. And also, you got to remind me, I got to upload these for you before I go
Send
to bed.
it. Yeah, no, you can send it tomorrow morning. I don't mind. Or tomorrow afternoon.
No, I can't. I don't have enough time to do it tomorrow morning before I go to work.
Afternoon, I said. Sorry, I corrected myself when I was right after I said that. Because Mark doesn't send his till tomorrow afternoon anyway.
Ah, okay. Well,
so I need all three before I can really start, you know.
If I can send it before I go. You know what else I didn't do tonight that I was thinking of? As is my want, when I was out and about shopping, I went past a Dan Murphy's and I went to look in and they had clearance stuff. So this one.
Andrew went shopping. Oh, look at that fancy box.
It is from the Cape Byron Distillery, a single malt. I think it was aged in ex-beer casks.
I like beer cask ones, yeah.
Going for 150. I got it for 70 odd. So basically, it was the same price as Twofold. It was a mildly expensive single malt. I got it for the same price as Twofold.
Yeah, which is a blend.
Yep. This one from an Australian rum maker.
I'm switching my audio. I can't actually hear you this moment. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
I'm switching it back to...
Tell me when you can hear me. I'm just talking away here. And I'll explain something to you when you can hear me. Ray's Dan Murphy. Oh, yeah, no. But Ray's Dan Murphy sees me coming. But if they're selling stuff close enough to half price, I'm going to get it. I think Charlie's still struggling with...
Say something?
Can you hear me?
Oh, okay.
I'm talking. I'm monologuing. That's the thing. So, okay. So maybe the problem was all at Charlie's end. Dr. Abigail and Ray say I haven't frozen. So this is an interesting one. Use subtitles. I could use subtitles.
Oh, great.
So, what? Am I here or is it just not working, Charlie? It's just not.
Duh.
Oh, you worked out.
I have my speakers turned down. Okay, you know there's a separate speaker, thing here. Yeah.
I had my speaker whole thing. So okay, I got a single malt for close to half price. This one, Husk, an Australian rum maker. They call this Botanic. It's a cane spirit, which would be rum if they aged it, but they put the chat's not on screen. They put the botanicals. They put the botanicals that you'd normally put in gin in this. And this was $35. And I know it was at least like $70 or $80. So that's on pure speculation. And the third thing, because I am incorrigible and just bought a bunch of stuff. Christmas Pud gin liqueur, which I paid like $20 odd for, and I know it was originally on sale for 40 odd. So I basically got three things that were close to half price, and they're all very good. Yeah. So I was going to taste them tonight. Sorry, what?
Are you going to age that one?
I'm going to taste it first.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So maybe I was going to do these tonight, but run out of time. Might do new booze tasting on Tuesday night. Fallen Dreams, hello.
Speaking of cocktails, did you see the one that I posted in the cocktail page?
The reflecting pool one?
Yeah, the reflecting pool one. I thought that was quite funny. Last night, though, I made one called a hurricane, which was absolutely gorgeous.
Hurricanes
Had
are
dark
classic.
rum and light rum, had orange juice, lime juice, and a smidgen of passion fruit cordial.
Yeah.
And everybody loved it except Sophie, because Sophie can't stand the coconut aftertaste that's in Malibu.
No, it's the rum.
Yeah, which is Malibu.
No, I like
Charlie can go on review new purchases.
because I like
Yeah.
coconut in general.
We basically do. Every time that Angry and I get new booze, we always pull it up and go, oh, look at this, and have a taste. Yeah. That's usually what we do Friday nights. Yeah. Yeah.
My recipe for making your own coconut rum that is way better than Malibu, just a white rum that you like, whatever that may be, and go to the supermarket, get a can of sweetened condensed coconut milk, put them together in like a jar or something, like shake them up, and leave it for, I don't know, a couple of days to a week, shake, and then filter it out. That is so good.
Oh, like a clarified style.
Oh, no, you don't have to clarify, but just like run it through a coffee filter. Get the sediment out. But it makes such a good coconut rum. But the thing is, you start with a white rum that you like. Like, you're like, I like drinking this. You mix it with this sweet and condensed coconut milk for a couple of days to a week, shake it occasionally, and then filter it, like run it through a coffee filter, which can take a long time. So you just got to be patient. But oh my God, it makes such a good coconut rum.
Yeah, you changed my world when you taught me about how to take coconut milk and then mix it with
Sugar.
Sweet sugar syrup.
Yes. So for a pina colada, you don't use coconut
never
milk.
did that before. And
Yeah.
Don't brush the angry your eye.
Why?
Because it looks funny.
Don't show people your eye because it looks funny.
Here she comes.
That's a good question. Hey, Soph, how you doing?
See her eye?
Wait, what's wrong with your eye?
Better than what it was.
Yeah.
Oh, you got a black eye. Goodness.
No, it's just the sty.
Yeah, yeah. She didn't listen. Yeah.
Oh my God. You're terrible. Oh, raises are regions like DVDs.
Yeah, sort of, but yes and no, right? Okay, so DVDs have region 1, 2, 3, and 4, whereas lasers only have PAL and NTSC.
Oh, right. Which is
Yeah, so they are sort of regionalized, but at the same time, you can get easily, players that can play PAL and NTSC players in both. I don't touch PAL discs because PAL discs, even though they have a higher resolution of 625 lines of picture rather than 525, it compromises other things like you can't have it's 4 regions plus all regions suffer, so technically that's still 4 regions. And Blu-ray only have 3.
All right.
So
okay.
I buy a disc pretty much a day, so yeah. I'm obsessed with it, Yeah.
I'm doing sleepy bobos now.
Yeah, it's hit that time, hasn't it? Yeah.
Could be all manner of excitement on Tuesday night and later in the week. Who knows? Who knows? Anything could happen. I might finally get a laptop that vaguely works for me. Because I feel like this one is about to die.
Linux that way, because you're mostly going to be doing stuff inside of a browser. Most of the time.
I literally just want to be able to stream.
It won't be that hard for you to get your head around. And you've got Dr. Abigail for technical support whenever you need it. Yeah. Most people that pick up Linux have to rely on AI to teach them how to use it and stuff like that. But you've got Dr. Abigail, which is an even better form of AI,
Definitely. All right, everyone look after yourselves. See you another time. But bye for now. Bye. totally